What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 23 of Prop Quiz, where we pit two of your favorite people in combat sports against one another in a head-to-head trivia game. I'm your host, Long Island Luke from Main Card Minute. You guys can follow me on social media at Main Card Minute and subscribe right here on YouTube if you like the content. But enough about me. Let me introduce our contestants in this tournament finale. First up, we're going to have to start calling him the Dom Toretto of Prop Quiz because he proved it doesn't matter if you win by a point or win by a tiebreaker. Winning is winning. He took out a lawyer and the drug trafficker that said lawyer was defending on his way to the finals, and rumor has it he's ready to break 100 points this time on his way to $100. You know him from One More Round Fights and Main Card Minute. It is Gaff Pierre. Gaff.
We're splitting hairs again, baby. And you know I got my Aljo shirt on. I'm repping for Long Island. And just like Aljo, you already know I got my boy Marab behind me. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. I love the Long Island hometown pride, Gaff. I always appreciate that. But let's introduce your opponent. Not only is he the all-time consecutive questions leader with 14, but he now also has the most appearances in Prop Quiz history with 5. He threw Dennis down under before showing Mike how the heck to do it, and he told me he'll go loony for 137 loonies. He has 20/20 vision, but he is wearing glasses today to look smarter and intimidate his opponent. You know him from Sportsnet. It is Aaron Bronsteter. What up, baby?
I appreciate the currency conversion on that. And I've got my REM shirt representing Athens, Georgia, to avenge Georgia's own Jed K. Meshu, who lost to Gaff. That was the only connection I could come up with in terms of my shirt that I was wearing after Gaff pulled that out of his hat. So looking forward to this. And whatever I end up winning is going to go to charity. So I'm happy that I'm able to join you guys and make this happen.
You're a better man than me, Aaron.
Yeah, what a nice guy. I mean, I consider myself charity, so if you want to donate over here, feel free. No, I'm just kidding. But guys, you've obviously both been here before, but for anyone new here, here's a quick video on how to play. So you guys are going to go head-to-head in a betting-themed trivia game. Similar to Jeopardy, you're going to have a board with 5 different categories to choose from, with questions ranging in difficulty from 100 to 500 points. Your 100-point questions are going to be your over-unders. So these will be 50-50 questions. You just got to choose if it's over or under. Your 200-point questions will be your money lines. Think of it like who wins the fight. These will be either or questions. You'll also have a 50-50 chance of getting those. Your 300-point questions are going to be your methods of victory. Just like there's 3 ways to win a fight: knockout, submission, or decision. These will be questions that you have 3 choices to choose from. Your 400-point questions are going to be your singles. These will be straight up trivia questions. No multiple choices on those. And your 500-point questions are going to be your parlays. These will be 2 to 3 part questions, and you have to get all the answers correct to get any credit. So here's how it's going to work. You guys are going to be wagering 100 points on every question. So if you answer a question correctly, you'll earn that question's point total, and you'll get to go again. If you answer a question incorrectly, you're going to lose the 100 points you wagered, and you're going to lose your turn. You're also going to have 2 bonuses that can each be used once during the game. A 50% profit boost, which will increase your question's point total by 50%, and a no sweat bet that'll give you the opportunity to go again if you get the next question wrong, and the 100 points will not be deducted. Please note, you must announce you're using a boost before you choose the question on the board. After the board is completed, there's going to be an optional Hail Mary round in which players can wager any amount of their points on one final question for a chance to double their point total. However, if the question's answered incorrectly, you're going to lose the points you wagered. So the leading player is going to have 2 choices. They can either choose the amount of points they want to wager before the losing player chooses theirs, or they can admit they have a gambling problem and opt to sit this round out. The trailing player is then going to choose the amount of points they wish to wager and have one final chance to win it all. The player with the most points at the end will win Prop Quiz and get the esteemed title of this week's Degenerate. The degenerate of the tournament, guys. You already know. Gents, we do have a tale of the tape for today's matchup, and it is a lopsided one, but we'll get into it either way. You both won 2 to get here. AB, you went 1-1 in the first tourney. Gaff, you had that 1-0 contest in the first tourney. Unfortunately, did not move on. But either way, not your fault.
Jack, I want my rematch.
Average score, AB's hovering around 3,000. He got that 6,200 high score. Gaff, I don't know how you did it, making it to the final, averaging 33.7 points and a high score of only 100, but you are here. Your correct percentage is roughly average, 40-50%. AB's just absurd, hovering around 80%. Neither of you has done that great in the Hail Mary round. AB, again, the longest streak, 14 questions in a row. You did get 11 last time. I know you were asking if you broke that streak last time. But either way, shout out again to Sleeto, who will be providing the $100 to either Gaff or Aaron's charity of choosing today. Gents, we do have 5 topics for you. Let's get into them. Topic number 1, Fast and Furious. Gaff, I had to do it. You are the Dom Toretto of Prop Quiz. These will all be fighters, with the nicknames that have to do with, Fast and Furious things. Topic number 2, going to be the big 3. Guys, this is your big third matchup to win the $100. These will be teammates in sets of 3 and questions about them. Topic number 3, going to be three-peat, because a lot like the big 3, you need to three-peat. You need to win 3 in a row to win the $100. You guys are both going for it here. These will be fighters' third title defenses. Topic number 4, going to be third eye blind. I had to do 3 categories of 3. These will be about eye pokes, things like that. Just had to, add a third in there. Topic number 5, AB this year topic, Bronny Walker. This will be fighters with the last name Walker. You can guess one of them, at least, that will be in there. Guys, if you're both ready, we'll play Prop Quiz. So we obviously did a fan vote to see who gets to go first. AB, unfortunately for you, no one knew you were in the finals, so I had to do like a winner of Mike Heck versus AB, since that episode at the time hadn't aired yet. So no one really knew who Gaff was going to be playing, but 65% did vote for Gaff. I said, unfortunately, I didn't want you to feel bad that people didn't vote for you. Technically, they're voting for Mike Heck or you. They didn't know who was going to be here. But either way, Gaff, you're on the board first.
Let me just say that I'm hoping to pull off a Sarah versus GSP type performance here. I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 2. All right. But
well, dude, that's very apropos considering it's a Long Islander versus a Canadian. I mean, that is good.
All right. Let's go with the big 3 for 100.
Big 3 for 100. How many times have Trevor Whitman trained Justin Gaethje, Kamaru Usman, and Rose Namajunas all fought on the same UFC card? Over under 2.5.
Under.
That is correct, Gaff. They have only fought on the same card
twice.
1 time.
Oh, it's once? Oh,
yes.
That was twice.
Rose and Kamaru have fought on the same cards a bunch, but all 3 of them only once. UFC 268, by the way. Okay. Gaff, you're still up.
Let's go with third eye blind for 100.
Third eye blind for 100. After suffering a detached retina in 2013, how many wins did Michael Bisping have in his final 11 UFC fights? Over under 7.5.
How many wins? 2013. It's a long time. I feel it's got to be over, right?
Correct. He had 7 wins in that time. Remember, he became a champion in that time, so, had to get some wins in there. But yes, he went 7-4 in his final 11. Gaff, you're still up.
Now, I don't know if I want to start playing defense or stay on the offense. Give me Fast and Furious for 1.
Fast and Furious for 100. How many professional MMA bouts did George Rush St. Pierre have prior to joining the UFC in 2004? Over under 3.5.
Professional MMA bouts. I feel like this is a trick question.
The question is bouts, not wins, but it's irrelevant.
3 is so small. Was it 3 or was it 4? I'm going to have to go with over.
It was actually 5. He was 5-0 prior to joining the UFC.
All right, it's defense time. Let's go. All right, let's go with three-peat for 5.
Three-peat for 5. BJ Penn and Benson Henderson never fought each other, but they did both defend the UFC lightweight title 3 times. Who did each of them beat in their third title defense? 2 different people. You got to name both, obviously.
Who did they beat? Lightweight 3 times. Okay. I feel like Benson didn't get to his 4th, and his last one might have been Nate Diaz. So I'm going to have Nate for Benson, and for BJ, third time. Third time for BJ. Man, why is this so tough? I know this is wrong, but Grayson Maynard, I don't know.
It was Diego Sanchez and Gilbert Melendez.
Ah.
You were kind of close saying Nate on Gil, but not close enough. Back to you, AB, or to you, AB, I should say.
All right, let's go 3-peat 100.
3-peat for 100. In his third title defense, Demetrius Johnson knocked out Joseph Benavidez. How long did that fight last? Over under 1.5 rounds.
Under.
That is correct. That fight ended in 2 minutes and 8 seconds, or at 2 minutes and 8 seconds of round number 1. AB, you're still up.
Let's go with that, the fifth category, whatever that is, for 100.
Bronny Walker for 100. How many UFC events has Johnny Walker headlined? Over under 5.5.
Ooh, that's a big number. I'm going to take the under.
Correct. He has headlined 4 UFC events. Thiago Santos, Jamal Hill, Magomed Ankalaev, and Mingyang Zhang.
All right, let's go big 3 200.
Big 3 200. Khabib was the first from his father's camp to win a major MMA title, but which of these two won a title first? Islam Makhachev or Usman Nurmagomedov? Obviously, this is including Bellator PFL titles.
I'm going to say Usman Nurmagomedov won the Bellator championship first.
So they were a month apart. Islam actually won his in October of 2022. Usman won in November of 2022.
It felt like a trick question.
Gaff, back to you.
All right, I still got a lead here. I can't play defense anymore. I got to get back on the offensive. Let's go with Bronny Walker for 2.
Bronny Walker for 2. Brogan Walker lost in the Tough 30 finale to your girl, Gaff, Juliana Miller. But who did she beat earlier in the season? Hannah Guy or Helen Peralta?
I don't even remember Helen Peralta, so I'm going to say Hannah Guy.
That's funny because I watched that season too, and I don't ever remember Hannah Guy, but I remember.
Yeah, I remember Peralta.
Yeah.
She went to like bare knuckle afterwards.
Yeah. She was like Brazilian, right? I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. Gaff, you're still up.
Let's go with Third Eye Blind for 2.
Third Eye Blind for 2. Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad 1 was ruled a no contest after Leon poked Bilal in the eye in which round? Round 1 or round 2?
Damn. I know it was a lot of eye pokes in round 1. But I feel like it got to round 2 because I remember them being in the corner. So I'm going to say round 2.
Correct. It was 18 seconds into round number 2 that they called it. That was 200. And Gaff, you are still up.
I'm channeling my inner Matt Sarah right now. Let's go. Fast and Furious 200.
Fast and Furious 200. Which regional promotion was Joshua Van flyweight champion in prior to joining the UFC? Cage Fury FC or Fury FC?
You're a piece of shit for this one. You know.
I know. That is a tricky question.
Let's see.
If you know your regional promotions, it's easy, but it's tough.
Cage Fury FC.
Fury FC. It's based in Houston, Texas, where Josh Van fights. So yeah. AB, back to you.
All right, let's go 3-peat 200.
3-peat 200. How did Jose Aldo beat Chad Mendes in his third title defense? Knockout or decision?
I know that he got him. Well, he beat him twice. So one was knockout, one was decision. I'm trying to think of which one was first. I'm going to go with knockout because I think the second one was where Mendes gave him more of a run.
Correct. He knocked him out. That was at UFC 142. The decision was his 7th title defense at UFC 179. Both those fights in Rio de Janeiro. AB, you're still up.
All right. Let's go big 3 300.
Big 3 300. Which of these Team Alpha Male fighters never fought Takeya? I can't say this guy's name. Mizugaki, Cody Garbrandt, Joseph Benavidez, or Uriah Faber?
I'm going to say Cody Garbrandt.
Garbrandt did fight him. It was Joseph Benavidez that never fought him.
I was going to say
I thought he fought him in WEC, but never mind.
Gaff, back to you.
Okay. It's only 3s on the board, huh?
Faber fought him in WEC, by the way. Third Eye Blind for 3. Shortly after getting eye poked Oh, it's getting poked in the eye. Waldo Cortez Acosta knocked out Ante Delia at UFC Vegas 110. Who else has Salsa Boy knocked out in the UFC? Chase Sherman, Lucas Bresky, or Robelis de Spain?
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on this. Wow.
Let's be real. Before his last 4 or 5 fights, Salsa Boy fights, very forgettable.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Breshke was a surprise decision. And I feel like Robelis, if they did fight, it was maybe like a sub or something. Or maybe a boring decision in which we were like, what the fuck was that? So I'm not with Chase Sherman's track record, I just gotta go with Chase Sherman.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It was incorrect. I didn't mean to do the thing. I'm sorry.
No,
It was
the
Lucas
fake out.
Bresky. I'm just laughing that you chose Chase Sherman because that is the most obvious answer on the board. But unfortunately, no, he went the distance with Robelis and Chase Sherman. So,
Damn.
AB, back to you.
I was going to say, did he even fight Chase Sherman? All right. I'm going to go no sweat, big 3, 400.
No sweat, big 3, 400. Piotr Jan was able to take down both Aljamain Sterling and Merab Dvalishvili, but who was the first fighter to take down Chris Weidman in the UFC?
Okay. I'm going to say Mark Munoz. No.
Gegard?
Actually, Luke Rockhold in
Yeah, I remember he took him down.
that very infamous takedown, spinning
Yeah,
shit.
the infamous takedown. Yeah.
But you don't lose any points, and you get to go again because you used your no sweat. So
Okay, let's go. Let's use the boost, and we'll use big 3, 500. Even though I'm doing terribly at this category, but let's give it a shot.
all right, so this will be worth $750 if you get it correct. In July of 2019, when Kayla Harrison was just 4-0 as a pro, her teammates Amanda Nunes and Jorge Masvidal were winning back-to-back fights at UFC 239 against who?
UFC 239. Okay, UFC 250 was Nunes and Felicia Spencer. So let's go back to UFC 239. So 237 was in Brazil. 238, I think, was in Chicago, which would have been in August or something, or June. And then that would have been International Fight Week 239. So let's think back to International Fight Week at that time. So I'm going to say from Amanda, I'm going to say Holly Holm. And for Masvidal, I'm going to say Ben Askren.
You nailed it, my friend. Back-to-back fights, both round 1 knockouts. Obviously, the infamous knee for Jorge, and then Amanda with the head kick on Holly. That was for $750.
I showed my work, too.
Yeah,
That was art. That was art.
That was art. You're still up, baby.
All right, let's go Fast and Furious 3.
Fast and Furious for 300. Which of these UFC veterans did Pat Sabatini defend his Cage Fury FC featherweight title against in 2018? Blake Bilder, Damon Blackshear, or Tony Gravely? Gravely? I don't know.
I'm going to say Damon Blackshear.
That is correct. He won by unanimous decision. Gravely, he beat by round 1 rear naked choke in 2015. He never fought Blake Bilder, but Blake Bilder was a CFFC featherweight champion. So, how many points was that? 300 for AB. And you still
figured out which Sarah fight this was.
No,
Bronny
you got to
Walker
pull
is
out the
what,
Hail
300?
Mary. Bronny Walker 300. That's what you said.
Yeah, is that the lowest amount that's
Yes,
on the board?
yes.
Okay, yeah, 300.
Which of these fighters lasted the longest against Walter Walker before being heel hooked? Dontel Mays, Junior Taffa, or Louis Sutherland?
I'm going to say, I think Sutherland went into the second round, but I can't remember. And I also remember Taffa kind of lasting a while with him and then did something dumb in the fight. I'm going to go Junior Taffa.
That is correct.
Wow.
Louis Sutherland did not make it to the second round. He was actually finished in 1 minute 24 seconds. Mays was 1 minute 17 seconds. Taffa 4 minutes 56 seconds of round 1. So,
Yeah, Taffa, if I recall, almost finished him and then did something really dumb and got caught.
yeah.
All right. Let's go 3P 300.
3P 300. Who did Israel Adesanya beat for his third title defense? Jared Cannonier, Marvin Vittori, or Paulo Costa?
Does this count? He believes that his interim.
I'm not counting that. I'm not counting.
Okay, so it's after he beat Whitaker then. All right. I'm going to say Jared Cannonier.
It's actually Marvin Vittori. Costa was second. Cannonier was fifth.
Okay.
Gaff?
I got to use a no sweat at this point, you know? We're going to, and I got to get back in this game now. So we're going to go, it's either Brawny or Fast and, you know what? Let's go Fast and Furious for 5 with the no sweat.
Fast and Furious 5, no sweat. Bullet Valentina Shevchenko coached season 32 of Tough opposite Alexa Grasso. Which two fighters won that season at featherweight and middleweight?
Middleweight, all I could think of is Ryan Loder right now. And that was recent, so I feel like that's wrong. But that's going to be one of the answers. And featherweight, if that's the same season, I'm drawing a blank right now. Myron Santos?
You fucking nailed it.
Good job.
I knew that was a you question, Gaff. I was going to be disappointed if you got that wrong. But yes, Myron Santos beat Con Offley and Ryan Loder beat Robert Valentine in the finals. You're still up, Gaff.
I say we gotta do this, don't we? Let's go, Bronny Walker 5 with the bonus with the 50.
All right, so this will be worth
go.
$750 if you got it correct. Bronny Walker for $500. Name both UFC champions that Johnny Walker has headlined a UFC event against.
You named them earlier in the show.
I did.
I know,
I'm realizing
I'm trying
that
to
now.
remember.
I'm realizing
And I'm
that
trying
now.
to remember
That was
it.
a
I
fuck up on
can't.
my end.
Oh, why can I remember? Oh, Jamal Hill's one. And Johnny Walker. Fuck. Oh, God, this is going to kill me. It's Jamal Hill and somebody else. Johnny Walker. Who has he fought? Who's the champion? I don't think he fought Poatan. Magomed Ankalaev.
Correct.
Oh.
I'm reluctant to. I feel bad because I fucking spoiled that earlier. But Gaff, fair play to you. That is worth
The champions.
$750.
It was the champions that saved me there.
I got to stop providing too much information, context behind these answers. You know,
Oh,
I had no
moved
reason
on
to
that
tell
one
you.
too.
Yeah, I know.
Geez, all
I
right.
know. Gaff, you're still up.
This is a fight now, baby. This is a fight now. Those were sweaty. Let me take it a little easy on myself. Fast and Furious for 4.
Fast and Furious for 4. UFC 227 was headlined by 2 title fight rematches when Montel Quick Jackson made his UFC debut on the prelims. Name one of the 2 champions that won that night.
$227. I feel like fuck. This is where my story ends. Montel Jackson. For some reason, New York is popping in my mind with Montel Jackson, and I feel like it shouldn't be, but it is. And when New York pops in my mind in the 220s range, that's gotta be. Let's go with the wait, no, 227. No, that was 227. That'll be a little after that.
AB, let me know if you want to hit him with the shot clock.
Yeah, let's hit the shot clock.
Yeah, hit the shot clock. New York. John Jones.
So the 2 fights were TJ Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt and Henry
Brooklyn.
Cejudo against DJ. Both rematches. TJ won, Henry won.
This was Brooklyn, not MSG.
No, it's
No,
like
this is actually
California, wasn't
California. Yeah,
Oh,
LA.
California.
it? Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten
All
that
right.
one, so no worry.
Okay.
All right, let's do a 3-peat 400.
3-peat for 400. Who did Valentina Shevchenko beat for her 3rd title defense at UFC 247?
247. So that would have been, so again, like 250 was like one of the Apex ones. I think this was still during the pandemic. Let me think here. 3rd title defense. So I know she beat Jessica I. So it wouldn't be that. That was like in the 230s. Yeah, Jessica I. I'm trying to think of her early title defenses. and who they were against, because they were against fighters that were, if I recall, like not at her level. I'm gonna say I'm probably wrong on this. Jessica Andrade.
It was actually Caitlin Chukagian, now Caitlin Sermonara. That was the John Jones Dominic Reyes card. It was actually like a month before the pandemic. Yeah, in
February.
Houston, Texas.
I don't even remember that fight.
Yeah, I don't remember that fight either. Valentina won round 3 TKO. No recollection. Gaff, back to you.
If I take Third Eye, then we leave Bronny Walker and Third Eye. And I don't want to let you get in the groove by getting 2 in a row if I get that wrong. So I'm going to have to go Third Eye Blind for 4.
Third Eye Blind for 4. Before gouging out Tom Aspinall's eyes, Cyril Gahn won a controversial split decision over Volkov. But who did Gahn's last finish come against?
Derek Lewis?
Spivak.
Oh!
AB had it right. It was Sergey Spivak.
I should have took my time. Why not take my time?
Gahn was like a -180 favorite in that fight because he got taken down by Jones. And everyone's like, Spivak's going to take him down and sub him. And Gahn just picked him apart. All right, let's go Bronny Walker 400.
Bronny Walker 400. Julius Juicebox Walker made his UFC debut last February when he lost a split decision to which current top 15 light heavyweight?
Jeez, I remember this fight and what it was like, but who he lost the split decision to. It was a dude who just got like a nice finish too, because I think I remember him commenting on social media about it. Top 15 light heavyweight. I'm trying to remember who it was. I'm drawing a blank. Who was the guy that just beat Cerquera? That's probably who it was. I just don't remember the guy who it was. What that guy's name? No, he wouldn't be top 15 if he just beat Cerquera. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on this one. I'm trying to remember what the fight was, but
just throw me a top 15, or just throw me a name.
Throw you any top 15 light heavyweight. It would be someone towards the bottom. I'm gonna say this is wrong, but I'm gonna say Zhang Mingyang just for the fun of it. That's 100% wrong.
It was Alonzo Menefield. Who is ranked number 15 right now.
Yep, I remember that.
That is -100. And Gaff, you get the last question. In 2019, a featherweight main event in Mexico was ruled a no contest after an eye poke just 15 seconds into the fight. Who fought in that main event?
I know this one too.
In 2019, pre-pandemic, featherweight was ruled after an eye poke 15 seconds. Was it Jeremy Stevens and someone? Was it Jeremy Stevens and Yair Rodriguez?
Correct. Jeremy Stevens, Yair Rodriguez won. They later rematched. Was that in Long Island? No, I don't remember where they rematched, but they rematched later that year. Gaff, you did take the main course. Again, I'm feeling really bad about that Johnny Walker champion question, AB. But we still have the Hail Mary round, guys. So, anything could happen here. And Gaff, because you are in the lead. Wait, let me double check this. I never remember what my rule is here. I think because you're in the
he can
lead,
either pass on it or he can say how much he wants to.
Yeah. So you choose. Yeah. Winners. Yeah. Gaff,
Man,
you choose
really
how much you want to wager.
To let me choose.
Also, remember, you will double the wager. Some people like to say triple. I think triple gets confusing, but if you wager 200 right now, Gaff, you could end with 2350. You could win 400. You're doubling what you're wagering.
I really want to put it all because, I'm a sicko, but but I feel like I need to do the fans justice. That they'd be mad at me if I just threw away a win like that, right? If I had the chance to win and I just put it all on the line.
I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but your opponent last week did have the win and just threw it all away.
I want to do the universe justice, and I want to keep it true to myself. And I want the possibility to possibly win with the lowest score ever. So I'm going to bet 1949.
Okay, 1949. So real quick, let me just do some math here. 1949 times 2 plus you're already 1950. So 58.48 would be the most you could finish with, and 1 would be the least you could finish with. AB, if
I'm
you
ready.
wager all 12.50, you could finish with what? 37.50? Does that sound right?
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna wager at 12.48.
Ooh, that's genius right there. All right. I'll do the math on this winning if you guys got these right. But AB,
Just
you
throwing
get to,
uneven numbers at you for fun.
yeah, it's getting
It's a
tough
win
here.
for Gaff and I, regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah. Math.
As I sweat here trying to figure out how many points you're going to get. AB, you get to go first since you are losing currently, and here's your question. After losing his UFC debut to Vitor Belfort, Luke Rockhold rattled off 4 straight wins to earn a title shot at Chris Weidman. Who were 2 of his 4 wins in that span?
One was Bisping, and I'm trying to think of who else he would have had to beat to get to. I know he had a rematch with Musasi in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken, and won. But I think that might have been later on. All right, we're gonna definitely say Bisping.
Okay.
Just trying to picture who else Rockhold beat during that time and how he beat them. I might be wrong on this. I'm gonna say Jacare is the other one.
So it was Kostas Philippou, who they headlined together, Tim Bosch,
Oh, there was that
Bisping,
Machida one.
and Lyoto Machida.
Tim Boach. Yeah, okay.
You're going to finish with 2 points, AB, which you're not dead yet. Let's see what Gaff can pull off here.
Oh.
After defending his belt for the final time against Vitor Belfort in 2015, Chris Weidman only won 3 more times in the next 9 years. Name 2 of his 3 wins in that span.
You're giving me a Long Island related question here.
I gave you
This is
both a Weidman. You got the front end of Weidman
Yeah, but I'm
being
not from Long
champ, and then
Island.
yeah, all right. Well, you know, I just
I
tried
know
to.
one's Omari Akhmedov. The second one is what's going to get me. All right. After defending his belt for the final time against Vitor, he only won 3 more times. Omari Akhmedov. And was Kelvin Gastelum after he was the champion, or was it before? Oh God, my brain's. Was it all right? So when we went, that was 24. But that has to be after. Yeah, Omari Akhmedov and Kelvin Gastelum.
I was gonna be
Yeah, Bruno
really
Silva's the
annoyed
other one.
if
Yeah.
Gaff, if you didn't get Kelvin Gastelum, me and Gaff were at that card, AB, and he's trying to figure out what year it was. I think it was 2016,
That's
17.
what I used
Yeah.
to figure it out. I was like, wait, we
Yeah.
worked together this year, so
Gaff, you are gonna finish with 58.48. Let me quickly update your scoreboard here. Damn, dude, 58.40. I mean, you blew your high score of 100 out the water this time. So, congrats to you, Gaff. You win the $100 courtesy of Sleeto. Shout out again to Sleeto for providing that. You are the rightful heir to that. AB, I'm really apologizing about that Johnny Walker question. I feel really bad about it.
That's all good.
I shouldn't have. I got to stop. I'm not giving any more context to questions anymore. I'm not telling you what card anything happened. I'm just telling you the answer.
I like learning about it though. So
Me
I don't
too.
mind
Well,
you
that's
giving
why
me the context.
that's why I do the extra research for the context. But yeah, I fucked that one up real bad. But Gaff, you will move on. You get a title shot now at Jose Young's. You're the tourney champ, but you're not the official champ. You know, you got to take on the official champ. Either way, 3-0, 1 no contest. AB record 5th performance today, 3-2. Not bad at all. We'd love to have you back anytime. Gaff, do you want to talk some shit to Jose? You want to call him out? I'll put you. What do you want to say?
no shit talk to Jose, but Abron, that was a fantastic matchup. I'll rematch you anytime, brother. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
And then
I don't pick
for
my
Jose,
fight. Luke picked my fight. I just signed on the dotted line.
That's true. That's true. I send him the contract. AB always signs. He's like, I'm there. Yeah. I got you. So I appreciate that.
And for Jose, put me on the screen. Put me on the screen.
Let's go.
And for Jose, we ran into each other at MSG. You know what it is, baby. I'll see you in the finals.
Let's go. That was like the same call out Jose had for BC. He's like, I saw him at MSG. He wouldn't say my name. Whatever. Appreciate you both for being here. You can follow both these guys on social media. I'll have the links below in the description. Go check out Aaron on Sportsnet. Go check out Gaff on One More Round Fights. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw. I'll catch you guys next week for another episode of Prop Quiz.
Who got the big hot picks that ought to hit with the parlays to get the best money? I'm a bet. Small time, a max unit on the paper you can get. Doing this ain't new to this. We take risks and cash slips.